So this is Lindsay, and with Readings by Lindsay, and I am a psychic and medium, and I am here trying to get this channel off the ground, which I have been trying to do for over a year now, but I'm just not good at this whole YouTube thing. A lot of the stuff I do post on Facebook. However, I do this professionally. I do this every day. This is my job. So I do a lot of live readings. I'm trying to move on to doing a lot more with video readings, much like what I'm doing right now and today. I do long distance readings as well. So if you want a live reading and you want to do it over the phone or via Google Duo or Skype, that is possible too. Or even Facebook Messenger. They have a video app that I use a lot with a lot of my long distance clients if you still want a live reading. Otherwise, I do have options for video readings, much like what I'm going to do today. I don't do the whole, you can request it. But I don't have this is just what I'm doing today is I'm looking at the overall energy of the week for Monday, from Monday the 13th today, going all the way to basically Monday the 20th or Sunday around, we're looking probably at Monday the 20th. I don't, this, what you'll notice with me is I don't do time frames. I don't like to focus on them too much because time is not linear. Time is not, that's an earthly concept. So, energy is energy and it can abruptly change, which we are going through. Ever since we had the eclipse on the 10th, we are going through a major abrupt energy change, which is one of the reasons why I felt like I needed to do this video today and this week. And this is just for this week, and I believe I did one last week. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at the energy for this week. Now, I was only going to put one card down, but one fell out and two popped up. So and interestingly enough, when I start to explain the energy for this week, it's interesting. The card that fell out was the Trust card. Now, with this Trust card, and I'm using the Queen of the Moon Oracle for the energy for the week, with this Trust card, and why they're so far away is because this is where I'm going to put the tarot. Usually I like to show my face, but as those of you that have watched my videos know, I broke my leg several months ago very severely. So, I can't really do my makeup and stuff, so I don't really like to show my face right now. But it all works. So, anyway, with this Trust card, it's interesting because this Trust card is more about trusting in yourself. And not so much other people, but trusting in yourself. And that makes so much sense because the eclipse we had in Cancer, this full moon eclipse that we just had on the 10th in Cancer that shifted this energy, was all about revealing truths that were right in front of us, but things that we were keeping from ourselves. So this is about about forgiveness, which is interesting because I'm going and trust for ourselves. I mean, this week is going to be a lot about that, which is interesting because the other two cards that popped out here are self-love and action. And self-love is quite related to this Trust card because this is about forgiving yourself and learning to trust yourself and that you can make decisions for the long term, which we go into action, and that's taking action. So, and the Trust card even talks about long term, needing to trust yourself so you can make decisions for the long term. So really all three of these cards, which is so interesting that two popped out, one popped out while I was shuffling and two popped up when I was picking the one card, that they all go together. They all go together. This is you can't make this stuff up, guys. This is the energy for the week. The energy for the week is totally about having faith in yourself and getting ready to take action to make changes in your life because there is huge, like I said, we just had this full moon and it's about, looking at yourself and letting secrets come out and things that you were keeping from yourself come out and having and accepting them and having faith in yourself and taking action to do what's right and change them. If you don't like your life, right now is the time to change it. We have this huge energy shift that just happened and is going on right now. I mean, the energy is crazy right now, crazy. And, some people might not be ready for this. I mean, I'm in an argument right now with my best friend right now because she could not handle the truth. I might not have said it in the most, I mean, I'm not taking no responsibility for the argument. I might not have said it in the most mindful way, as I have my own issues. But what I said was completely truthful, and she didn't like it. And she ran out, and she's not speaking to me. Cause she just couldn't accept it. She can't handle it because it's not what she wants to hear. And and there's always going to be people out there like that. They just don't want to accept the truth. They don't want to make that change. And that was what a big part of what our argument was about change and her not, her changing her, basically her deadlines, stretching them out a couple more years. You know what I mean? And she's been doing it for years. And I pointed it out to her, and I didn't do it very kindly. Like I said, I don't take, no responsibility for our argument. But the thing is, she's not ready to take action. But it's time. She needs to learn to love herself and take that action and trust that everything's going to be okay if she takes that action and trusts in herself. It's all together. So that's the energy we have going on right now for this week. Now, I also took 3 stones out, and I used the Life Purpose Oracle cards. And interestingly enough, I was going to put 1 card out for each of them, but interestingly enough, 2 popped out for all of them. If you can believe that. You cannot make this stuff up. So I did not do this purposely. 2 really popped out for all of them. So we're going to get a little bit extra information. So I have them face down because I don't want anybody to see what they mean. First, I want you to pick out the stone that you most can relate with. So I have an emerald here. An emerald is all about, I have it right here, it's all about friendship, unconditional love. It provides patience to get through challenges, strength and memory, and clear thinking. It's good for the mind. It's good for students. I want to point that out too. We've got emeralds, and if you want to see the stone, this is what emerald actually looks like when it's mined and polished. This is polished emeralds. This is what it looks like when it's not all shiny and glamorous and gem-like in stone form. This is what it looks like when it's mined and polished. And you can see the green in it, but it also has, that black dark in it. But yeah, this is emerald. We have blue calcite right here. This is the second stone. You can see that. I love this stone so much. It promotes, it's an energy amplifier. It cleanses the atmosphere. It gets rid of negative energy. Energy amplifier and cleanser, dispels negative energy, and it increases the flow of positive energy. So it's all about energy and channeling it and getting rid of the negative, bringing in the positive. I love this stone. And you can see it's blue. It's blue. It's mined. This one's not polished, but it looks polished, doesn't it? But no, this is just a mined, rough specimen, as rockhounds call them. So we've got that. And then we have sea jasper. And this one also is not polished. It's mined, and it's kind of rough. You can't really see that it's rough, but this is good for like out of body experiences. This is a very psychic stone. Aids in out of body experiences. What does this card say? Aids in out of body experiences and journeying. So it's good for journeying too. Promotes a powerful protection stone, which is good for when you're doing out-of-body experiences and journeying, because your spirit is leaving your body. Clarity. It promotes clarity and associated with strength and agility. I think that's what it says. Vitality, I'm sorry. Yeah. closely associated with strength and vitality. Okay. So I'm going to give you a minute. Look at which stone you identify with and remember it, because I'm going to give you a special message with these stones just for you. Okay, so we're going to start with the emerald. Like I said, each one, 2 cards came out. So freedom and the artist. So this is definitely about creative freedom. So if you pick this stone, you're definitely needing creative freedom. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean creativity in like painting of pictures. This could be at work. You need to not be micromanaged. Maybe it's time for you to look for another job. This could also be, since the emerald is so closely related to others, this could be, the freedom from the confines of the people that are around you. You need to find other ways to meet different people and maybe change your social circle. Okay. Now, if you chose the blue calcite, we have family and builder. So this would all be all about, again, with the change, rebuilding your family structure, getting the negativity out. If your family is kind of, if there's arguments and negative energy going around in your family right now, this is about finding ways to clear that out and find stepping stones to build on what you guys already have. This also could be about, it's time to take that step in your relationship to start actually building a family. I am getting such a strong sense of, like, it's the middle of winter and I'm getting like this spring energy, like this strong sense of like creation. And there's so much, even this one has artist in it, you know what I mean? Like creation, like, building a family, basically. It's time to take that step forward. This could even be for some of you that are going back and forth on marriage. Maybe it's time to make that proposal. It could be time. If you're fearing it or you're holding back on it, it's time. Also, I'm seeing some people actually moving, switching houses. It may be time to move your family. And this is moving, at least for me, is also always stressful, always something I don't want to do. But this could be a message that it's time. It's time to move. It's time to switch homes. It's time to move. Your old life is over. It's time for a new life. This could also be, and I'm picking this up too, merging 2 families together. So maybe if you are divorced or just separated, or you have children from other relationships with your significant other, it's time to bring those children together and build a family with you and both of your children. It's time to come together. Okay? Now, last one. If you chose the sea jasper. Woo, children and options. This is interesting. There's a lot of balance coming, trying to balance energy from here. Like, some of you are not moving forward as in maturing on with your life. It's time for you to settle down. It's interesting because it's kind of, the family card is there, but, especially with children, it's time for you to balance your life out and